Hello, and welcome to the first official episode of the Nerds with Shirts podcast. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Bryce.
And I'm Seth.
And we're joining you today to talk about the nerdiest news that we can find. So what are we talking about today, Bryce?
We are talking about the PAX convention that happened 11th through 13th. PAX stands for the Penny Arcade Expo. And this is a chance for developers to show what they have, show their little concepts, prototypes, things that they plan to do in the future.
So kind of like an E3 except for the lower end developers like indie games and stuff.
Yeah, for like indie games, people even making equipment and accessories for already existing products. And one of the first things I want to point out is they had Harmonix is trying to rebuild the music game genre.
So like re-releasing Guitar Hero.
In a way, yes. But in a way they're not. They're doing something completely different. No more Guitar Heroes, no more Rock Bands, no more Dance Central.
It's like Violin Hero. Something
that would be really cool.
That would be cool. I think I know how the accessory would work for it too. But we'll get to
But no. Most people today, most people in the gaming industry, or all gamers alike, we play first-person shooters.
It's probably the most popular genre right now, as they can release a Call of Duty every 3 months and have the same amount of sales as
somehow
anything.
To me, it's all just shooting people.
Yeah.
But Harmonix has taken this into account. And
so we're getting Guitar Hero the Shooter.
Yes, we're getting Guitar Hero the Shooter. Except it's not going to be called Guitar Hero the Shooter, of course.
I think it should be.
It's going to be named Chroma. This is a music genre game where music is your weapon. Sound is your arsenal.
Bass cannon.
Bass cannon.
Be a bass
that would be
cannon.
awesome. You guys need to make a bass cannon. We are talking to you, creators. But
so Chroma, it's musical weapons. Have they announced how any of that works within gameplay?
They have not, actually. It's still a concept, something they're working on. Now, another really cool thing that they've also released in this concept is that the terrain will shift with your music.
Terrain shifting with music. So like the sound mapping on your equalizer, you're gonna get that like as terrain. That could be some crazy mapping. You're just gonna be constantly jumping up and down like this.
That would get quite confusing. I'd get a bit dizzy. But no, when it comes to dramatic points in the music, when you get to dramatic parts, it's going to change what you see around you. Sniper towers could come up, cover from enemies. It all depends on how you play your instrument.
Now, that would be interesting too, because that would affect a lot of your timing while you're playing. Because I assume that this isn't going to just use any song that's playing, but actually use like their list, like they have songs that they release to play as maps.
I believe so.
So I could see that affecting, like, if you knew the song well, like you listened to the song, you knew where all the dramatic parts were, then you would know.
Use it against your opponent.
Yeah, you would know, like, okay, I'm going to go into the map at this point in the song, and, you know, this is going to pop up on the field. And, you know, you hope that your enemy doesn't know the song as well as you do. So it adds a whole new level of strategy to your gameplay.
It also depends on what class. What
Well,
type of
classes, huh?
what part of the music you'll be playing.
You can play vocals or chorus, or
You might be able to do vocals.
percussion, or I'm just making this up. I don't know what the classes are.
But there's different classes, and you each have different types of weaponry with it.
Oh.
that feature different parts of music.
Now, is there any way available to play this game yet?
The game is not for sale yet, of course. It's just a concept. But the closed alpha you can apply for.
Oh. Has anyone we know applied yet?
I know I have. Have you?
You know what, I have. So, maybe we'll be playing this pretty soon, and we can come to you with a little bit better opinion on what this
Can't
involves.
truly tell you what goes on in the game.
Not a lot.
Because licensing, and
Yeah.
we'd get in trouble.
We pressed the button that we didn't actually read the terms and conditions, but we said we did.
No one does.
No one does. But, so hopefully we can tell you if this is really a game to watch out for, or if it just seems to be kind of...
It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
It seems like something that could be really interesting.
Yeah, I enjoyed the music genre when it was here, and I'm glad that it died, because I was done with it at that point.
After a while, it gets old.
Yeah, you can only play Rock Band so many hours, and then it just doesn't feel, new anymore. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it combined with some other genres. Maybe we'll get some other music genres, like music and... Actually, I'll peg this game. I just played it, bought it on Steam not too long ago. Audio Surf takes the music genre and meshes it with racing.
Really?
Yeah, it uses the sound map given to it to create a track for you to race on. So the faster, more intense parts of the songs create an intense downhill portion. Slower parts go uphill with less obstacles. It's really fun. It's quite interesting to play. If you haven't tried it out, you can get a free demo for it on Steam.
All right, and that's just about all of PAX that I found interesting. It's Chroma. Sadly, no. There was a lot of things that went on, but some things that haven't been released yet.
Yeah.
Some things that...
That's the thing about PAX, is it's indie stuff and a lot of hands-on stuff and not a lot of early stuff. I've seen a few people play with the Virtuous Sphere, which is a new form of augmented reality, which involves you getting in a giant hamster wheel and walking around, but there's a problem with momentum and stuff. It looks pretty cool. I'd love to give it a try, but it's a very, very large piece of machinery.
And I heard it's really hard to maneuver too.
Yeah.
Once you get going one way, it's hard to turn and go backwards.
Because you got this giant cage that's rolling. So you got to stop the entire cage, not just your own movement. So, yeah. Well, on another side of gaming news, and this kind of mixed in with anime news also. I was reading on Crunchyroll, so I know you guys have never watched it, but one of my favorite series of last year was Girls und Panzer. I talk about it quite frequently and tried my best to get you guys to watch it. But they keep resisting, and I don't understand why. I'm thinking Anime Club.
We should.
Yeah.
Anime Club.
I would
Sounds
love
good.
to watch it over again.
Girls and Tanks, right?
Yeah, Girls and Tanks. It's the best. Anyway, as far as Girls and Tanks go, they're getting their own video game.
Really?
Woot. I will never get to play it because it's on PS Vita, and I don't have one of those. But they're getting one, and if I ever do have one, I will play it. It's called Girls und Panzer. I lost the name of it. Oh, here it is. Girls und Panzer Senshado Kiwame-mas. Which I don't know what that means. It's in Japanese. But it's kind of like if you've played World of Tanks on computer or Xbox, it plays very similar to that, except with cute girls and more colorful tanks. So, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'll get a PS3 port like Project Diva did. Who knows? So we'll see what happens. I had something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, speaking of Project Diva and Legos. Legos are kind of popular right now with the Lego movie getting released, which was really good. I loved it. Did you guys get to see it?
I still haven't watched it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Everything is awesome.
It was.
And so that was really good. So Legos are kind of in a boom right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Vocaloid never leaves its boom because it's awesome. And so in Japan, I'll post a picture up in post, but they just released that someone just built life-size statue of Hatsune Miku out of Legos.
That is awesome.
It's awesome. It's fully detailed.
Her hair should be more blue.
Well, yeah, but they don't make that color of Lego. They have to...
They should.
Well, yeah. But even in like... here, I'll post another picture, too, of this. But, like, her gloves always have, like, the measurements of sound and stuff. The sound mapping is on it. And they even did that with Legos.
Even did that. Pretty detailed, too. It's nice.
I won't post a picture of this one, but even her undergarments are fully detailed. So... So it's a really good statue, and it's life size. So a lot of detail went into it. I thought that was cool. Recently there seemed to be a contest where a bunch of people did different Lego statues of anime characters. So that's what's going on there. Anything else on your side?
That's just about it.
I hear there's some feuding between Oculus and Morpheus during PAX.
Yes.
Which I think sounds like, just real quick, sounds like an awesome movie. Like superhero movie.
Morpheus versus
Oculus. I think Oculus would have to be the bad guy.
I think so too.
Because Morpheus just sounds like a good guy name, except I think in this case Morpheus is the bad guy, but it's also the underdog. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Oculus came up with it first. Sony might be trying to...
They're like, they're trying to get in there. They're like Apple. They're taking other people's ideas and just being like, we can do this too, but not as good.
Or Microsoft.
Hey now.
Sorry, Kyle. Did I offend you?
A little bit. You know me and Microsoft, we're like this. And then, yeah. We have a love-hate relationship. But not as much hate as me and Apple.
I see. Now, there was one thing about PAX that I did miss, and that was about the interviews with the... I don't believe there was interviews with Mark Zuckerberg on the deal between Facebook and Oculus, but there was an interview with the Oculus creator.
Oh.
And what he said is that he was even skeptical about the deal with Facebook at first.
As we all were.
We're still waiting to see what Facebook is going to do with all of this. And
virtual farming. I mean, Farmville is going to be more realistic than ever. You're going to be sitting in your living room with your Oculus Rift on, like...
You mean it might actually be semi-interesting?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
What you said. That, or you can look through people's timelines. Can you imagine being like, scroll through timelines of beach photos? It's going to be great. But anyways, the Oculus creator, he said that it's great because now the Oculus Rift has more stability, has someone to financially back them up, and also with that money, they can fund other contracts to get more support for the Oculus Rift. And you see, I think that's a good thing for Oculus because they were just a little independent company trying to make this really expensive piece of equipment on their own. And now they have Facebook, and if Facebook stays just a financial backer, kind of like, I know we were talking earlier, compared it to Disney with their purchase of Marvel and Lucasfilms, and that they're still letting Marvel and Lucasfilms kind of do their own thing. You know, they still make the same superhero movies that they were making before Disney bought them. So they didn't try to insert singing or, Disney characters into any of those franchises. They just have their name at the end of the credits, saying we own these guys and we give them money. And they also profit off of them. And so I kind of hope that's how Facebook stays with the Oculus, as just being a financial backer, able to give Oculus the sponsorship that it needs, the advertising, things like that. But it kind of stays out of their business, Mm-hmm. But there's that stupid phone again.
I'll turn it on.
It's our really popular camera guy. He's all the ladies are calling them. But yeah, I think that's news from PAX as far as we're concerned. I didn't see anything else that I really enjoyed.
There were a few other things, but nothing that really piqued my interest.
If you guys saw anything interesting at PAX that you think we missed, go ahead and tell us about it in the comments, and we'll discuss it next episode. One more thing that I wanted to mention, this wasn't released at PAX. This was just an announcement by Sony today. I forgot the password on my phone. Is that the PlayStation 4 is getting a massive update, firmware update. That's their words. It's massive. It's firmware update 1.70, and it is going to, let me find what it's doing. Okay, so it's bringing a new app in called Share Factory, which is going to allow you to do something native to the PS4 that we want to do ourselves for our channel, which is make Let's Plays. So that sounds really cool. It's they describe it as a new rich video editor app for the PS4 that makes it easy for you to customize your gameplay videos. So you can record your gameplay, edit it right there on the PS4, and then directly post to Facebook and or YouTube from your PlayStation 4. It'll also come with USB support, so if you want to put your jump drive in there and put the video on there so you can do some better editing on the PC, you're also able to do that.
That sounds awesome. If only we had a PS4.
Yeah, about that. That's not going to happen anytime soon. You guys should send us one. Just saying. Anyways, you're also able to now switch off the HDCP and capture video directly from your HDMI output. Let's see. And that's it as far as I know. Oh, one more firmware upgrade. This is pretty cool, and it will really help. It should have been done a long time ago with other consoles. Is that you can now download a game before it releases.
Download a game before it releases.
It says a few days, possibly up to a week before the game actually releases, it'll be put on the store, available for pre-order and download. That way you can download the game, and as soon as it hits midnight and releases, you can press start on your controller and start playing.
So it's already downloaded?
So it's already on there.
It's already good to go.
It just can't be accessed until it's actually released. Which I think sounds dangerous, because I'm pretty sure hackers will find a way to access that type of thing far before it actually releases. It's just a feeling I have. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to see some early gameplay footage of games that have not been released. But anyway, I think...
At least it will only be like a week.
Yeah,
and
just a week or so.
It's not that bad.
But yeah, I think so. That might be something that changes. I don't see Sony sticking with that. But anyway, I think that's it for our Nerds with Shirts podcast. You have anything else?
Nope.
I don't either. So, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out if you give us a like and favorite our videos or anything like that. It'll make us show up a little bit higher in the search bar when you type in our tags. Also, remember you can contact us at facebook.com at Halfstar Productions, and then on Twitter at halfstar_games, Instagram at halfstar_official,
and also through email at NWSpodcast.gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Not .g. I don't know what that'll do, but it won't get to us.
Don't email us that.
No. NWSpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Kyle.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Sam.
And see you on